Come one, come all, let me tell you a story. It's not a tale of heroes and it's not a tale of glory, but of seeds that were sown so long, long ago, and those that stuck around just to see how they would grow. Once upon a time there was peace. Once upon a time there was joy. Once upon a time we had hope that humans and monsters could love, and together we could sit and watch the stars above. Once upon a time we lived side by side. We let the differences slide. We swallowed all our pride. There's no need to judge, no need to deride, cause why ground your mind when you can learn to fly? Instead we tried to build off of one another and help each other grow just like a sister or a brother, cause in those days everyone could see that together we were better than one could be. Once upon a time no clouds could be seen, the sky had endless opportunity. Once upon a time we had wings to fly, and our only limit was the sky. Once upon a time we were never bound, and we thrived in the life we found. Once upon a time we kept the hate at bay, every eye turned high to the sky to say, morning rises bright and shining, promises of days gone by. The sun gives off its light, providing clarity and life. Let's turn the page and go to chapter 2, in which we go back to see what we grew. In all its glory, it was a sight to see. We produced a tree we called amity, where the seeds had sprouted and began to take root, and with a nurturing hand it began to bear fruit enough to feed the hopes and dreams of humans and monsters, and guarantee both species would prosper. Who knew it would end up this way, with the storm clouds looming that would choke the day? Who knew all it took was just one seed to bring life to a demon called animosity? Who knew one day caused the fruit to spoil, and if left unchecked could contaminate the soil? Who knew one day we'd have to take a stand, and in the blink of an eye we'd have a war on our hands? Turn the page where everything is changed. No one knows what happened and there's no one we could blame. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, blown away is unity, solidarity and trust. Turn the page where there's nothing left, where the ground is burned down, the people are bereft. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, when courtesy is blown away, all that's left is injustice. Darkness falls and light is smothered, storm clouds looming in the night. Moonlight fails, its beams are covered, stars are gone from sight. Taken and hidden from the light of Once upon a time we kept the hate at bay, stolen from life and left to fade away. One day it'd end up this way. Embers burning dim, but glowing from the soul inside of you. Don't let that glimmer fade. Protect it, and its light will just turn the page. Chapter 3 is next. Cut off from the sky and everything we made. Monsters carried on, new roads were paved. Taken away was any sign of home. We were banished, sure, but not alone. Sealed underground, our predicament was bad. We found a way to make the most of what we have. We turned aside to find the strength we need to build a brand new home and find the space to breathe. Many years later, something fell. A human child found their way into the underground as well. The prince brought him home, the king and queen took him in, and immediately the kid was close as kin. Now the prince and the kid were as close as could be, for good times and bad times that were as thick as thieves. Maybe this was a sign, and our species could atone, and seeds for a brighter future could be sown. But when the kid got sick, the family was torn. They gathered round the bedside to grieve and to mourn. There was nothing they could do, and it didn't take long. By the very next dawn, the kid was gone. Right away the prince knew what he wanted to do. He took the kid back home to where the flowers grew. He absorbed the soul and crossed the barrier alone, in hopes to lay the kid to rest after home. Then attack after brutal attack we went. Frightened villagers surrounded him and stabbed him in the back. At the sight of a monster with a dead human child, assumptions, prejudice, theories ran wild. Without throwing a single blow, the prince stumbled home, and he found his mom and dad back in the throne room, broken and torn. He couldn't take anymore, and the moment he died, his dust spread across the floor. Devastation spread across a monster nation. Nothing can compare to the feeling of frustration when the queen split and the king fell into despair. And in his grief, he cried his sorrows to the air. The war he declared bore a heavy inflection. He decreed that he'd fight for the monster's protection. Then he swore to put an end to the human infection. But without a plan, the cry was far from perfection. Just when everyone was giving up hope of ever going back and living life in the open, word got around and we could hardly believe there was a recipe that could set us all free. And the thing that we need wasn't a brew or concoction. No one ever thought there could be any other option. Lucky 7 human souls was the number that we needed to break the magic seal that kept us all impeded. With patience, kindness, bravery, justice, perseverance, and integrity. What sounded so simple was a complicated fix, even when we thought to throw determination in the mix. Spread the word both far and wide. The seal's almost broken, we can see the other side. Tell them all, tell them one by one that the time has come for us to stand in the sun.